So this #1 welterweight contender has found his way back to a title fight. A lot of people didn't think he would get there, and he's made a career of proving doubters wrong.
You know, he carries a chip on his shoulder. You tell this man that he can't do something.
Right.
He will make it a point to get that done. He said the moment he walked out the octagon last time and didn't win the belt, that I will be back. Many smirked at him. Many laughed. But his inner circle believed that it was only a matter of time before their guy got another chance, and when he got here, he would get the job done.
Now, some would argue he wasn't ready the first time around. I think that's probably a little bit too simplistic, but there's no denying. He has rounded out his game, he has evolved, he's maximized the developmental time, and a lot of people believe we will have a new champion by Wednesday. Well, for years, the UFC's welterweight division has been among the promotion's strongest, and that is certainly the case here as we get our look at the undisputed UFC welterweight champion as he gets ready to defend the title.
The welterweight champion of the world. He's a star. The guy is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and he carries himself in that manner. You can watch this guy from his approach to the media, to his appearances. He does everything right. He's the champ for a reason. It all boils down to who he is and how he approaches everything from the media to the fight camp.
And as commentators, we like heat, we like friction. We definitely have some of that on our welterweight championship matchup here tonight. All right, now let's get to our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. And now, one more time for the official introductions. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Della Maddalena! And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad. The veteran Herbert Dean, our referee for this one. Ready. Go.
All right, here we go, round one with Belal. Remember the name Muhammad. And a lot of people were willing to forget the name when he lost to Jeff Neal back in 2019. This man has been on an absolute tear ever since, training now with his native Chicago at Mike Valley's Academy. But it's the wrestler, it's the suffocation on the ground that Muhammad maybe didn't have early on in his UFC career that has become a staple of his recent success. Muhammad's in half guard.
Massive shot from the top.
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here.
Nice transition.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Leg kick checked effectively there by Belal Muhammad. And that one certainly found the target.
Oh my goodness, what a kick!
Just misses with the straight right.
Oh, nice double leg, yes.
Pretty good execution on that early takedown. Everybody in this arena knew that he wanted to get the early takedown, and opponent couldn't stop it.
Sometimes you're so good at something, it doesn't matter what your opponent's doing. This man is such a great wrestler, he was able to secure that takedown.
All right, side control now. Just over 3 minutes to go now. Outstanding work with the ground and pound here by Muhammad. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound?
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter and he's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. Oh, nice movement to avoid that strike coming down. Back mount now. All right, DC, half guard position here. You've done a lot of good work in this spot in your career.
Oh, man, I love this position, and you see this fighter today loves it too. It is the most secure position in fighting. You get an underhook on one side, you keep a half guard on the other, and then you just go to work. It's the safest position, especially for a wrestler. This is a terrible position.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Muhammad.
Let's work. I'm going to stand this up.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Belal Muhammad. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Muhammad's back in full mount. Landing strikes nicely here from top position.
This is where he wants to be.
And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Muhammad's in half guard. Pretty accurate there from bottom position. "20 seconds now remain in the round. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Muhammad's right back to the full mount here. Round two next.
All right, take a seat, bud. Good round. I need more of that this round, okay? I want you to be a little more active with your punches on the ground. Let's not let the ref stand this up.
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. A lot of good work on the ground.
You knew, John, going into the fight, that if he was able to get this fight to the floor, he would have the most success, and you saw it in that exchange. He was able to get posture, land some really good ground and pound as the round came to an end.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two underway. All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern-day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this one.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you push a guy to the side of the octagon, they use it as a barrier to get up. Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're going to turn to your knees. He'll take you neck and choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power in this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You got to go back to guys like Mark Munoz. They used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach. Now he's going full mount.
Oh, good ground and pound here. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Oh, what do we got here? Looks like an arm triangle attempt. Oh, that arm triangle's wicked tight.
He's starting to get it in very deep.
Yeah, Page and Alexio let it. Somehow he got out, though.
Great job clearing the hips, facing, and getting out of that Ezekiel choke attempt.
Outstanding pressure from top position here by Muhammad. Now inside the closed guard.
And he's going to try to find ways to pass and move to a submission.
Muhammad going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add.
Getting them out here.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Nice positional control here. Posture's up. Ooh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Muhammad's back in full mount.
He's got to be careful here.
Lands the ground and pound strike here. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys. Beautiful ground and pound. And now he's got his opponent cut. Nice shot there by the champ.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Belal Muhammad. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Moving his head here on the ground, champ.
I mean, this guy is very active off of his back, and it helps him to evade those strikes.
All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Well, he's worked very hard on this part of his game, and these ground strikes are really starting to take their toll. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
A series of punches from the top here by Belal Muhammad. He's having his way with him here. All right, so now blood is a factor. You see that he has been opened up in that eye area.
Yeah, he's got hit in the eye, and now there's a cut. But it's nothing to worry about too much now. But he's got to be very careful with it as we go forward.
All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up.
We got to get back up to our feet. Your guard is awesome.
All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body.
Oh, he's wobbling now.
Ooh! Actual suffocating work from the top here by Muhammad. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through.
He passes to half guard.
Nice job staying offensive there as he lands a shot from the bottom. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Standing over his opponent here and making these strikes count. Beautiful sequence there by Belal Muhammad. Trying to guard pass here, not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transition.
Vision could become an issue, and that left eye starting to close.
Relax. Keep those hands high.
Muhammad ground and pound from half guard now.
Great job landing from the top position.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities. Nice.
Oh, big pop from the crowd as they get back to their feet after a pretty scintillating grappling battle there on the ground.
Well, it's an educated crowd, John. They appreciate it.
He's on wobbly legs now. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhooks somewhere.
Yeah,
somehow.
he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be...
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Belal Muhammad. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure.
Oh, you gotta be careful there, yep.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top. All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. All right, so he earned respect from his opponent early on with the power, and now the swelling really started to become a factor, champ.
The swelling started to become a factor. This guy is so good at recognizing a weakness in his opponent. He got him hurt, he got him swollen a little bit, and now it's starting to pay dividends.
Lock those wrists.
Good work from the top here by Muhammad. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Oh, man, that swelling is getting out of control. That's going to affect him as this fight continues. "45 seconds remain in the round." All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch are starting to land from the top position.
Muhammad's got his back yet again. Oh, man, every time he lands, it's right on that cut. That is going to have a profound impact on him moving forward. Final seconds of round 3. Ground and pound strike there now. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
What a round it was for him, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that he will try to piggyback on here in this next round.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he builds off of the momentum that he gets from that last round. How does he deal with the success that he had and not push too hard too early trying to find the finish. You have to let it come to you as the knockdown came to you in the previous round.
All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
All right, fourth round is now underway as we get to the championship rounds. What is a fighter's mindset when you get to this 16th minute of a fight?
This is when you understand that nothing is ever going to be He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Muhammad going to work from guard here. Nice combination of strikes there. Very efficient, very effective. Pretty productive with the strikes here off his back. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse. He's got to be careful here. Oh, right into mount.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do?
You got to move, you got to shrimp, you got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space. That was nice.
Continuing to work out of the half guard. Oh, another blow hits right on that swollen area. He is in real trouble now. Referee may want to look for the doctor soon. Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
Under 3 minutes to go in round 4. All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man, I like half guard as a... Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Muhammad's back in half guard. He's very comfortable here.
Great job finding his shots from the top position.
Muhammad's right back to the full mount.
Oh, nice.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Under 2 minutes to go in the round. Muhammad ground and pound from half guard. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Well, when you absorb damage like this, you start to worry about a guy missing the rest of the year. At what point, if you're the referee?
He's got to be careful here.
Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outstanding pressure and activity by Belal Muhammad.
Now he's got good body position, yup.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Oh, man, that cut is getting worse by the minute. Looking ghastly at this point. Muhammad's able to make a nice transition there back into side control. Ooh, he's got it locked in. Oh, gives up on the submission now, so preferring to maybe get to a dominant position instead. 15 seconds. Muhammad's back in full mount.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position. Great ground and pound by this man.
20 minutes down, potentially 5 to go. All right, so the fighter heads back to the stool, and man, that is a severe cut that he's dealing with. We'll see if they call in the ringside physician. All right, let us re-rack some replays of the damage done in that round, see if we can isolate the strike that caused the cut.
Yeah, a nasty cut opens up when he lands there. It's a beautiful shot that gets to the target. He has not been responsible defensively, and he's really paying for it because now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fifth and final round, forthcoming. Oh, he continues to attack that bloody cheek. His face is a mess. Right there, the seminal blow of the fight.
I mean, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect, John. Great placement on that uppercut.
Oh! Near the beginning of the end here. Ooh, diving punch lands.
Now he's going full mount. Yep, got to be very careful there.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
In position for a submission attempt here.
Oh, it's getting deep.
Oh, he bails on the submission now. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Well, his superior grappling has certainly been the lead narrative in this one. The takedowns, the ground control, he's got it all going tonight.
He's doing a great job of dictating to his opponents, not allowing him to make any decisions in regards to the fight.
Oh, huge pop from the crowd as the fighters get back up to their feet. I mean, you and I love a good grappling. All right, breaking the action here. No surprise to see it. The ref is going to get the doctor to look at that eye that is nearly shut at this point.
Yeah, it's swelling bad, but he seems to still want to be out there.
Yeah, and that'll do it. Kind of got to be able to see the opponent if you're going to fight in mixed martial arts, and that eye is essentially closed, so that marks the end of the fight. All right, let us re-rack some replays for you now. Exciting fight as long as it lasted, but ultimately so much damage accumulated upstairs and too much swelling for the doctor, evidently.
I mean, it was nasty. You could see him growing a second forehead from all the swelling that he was taking. He was damaged, he was bruised, and he was getting that area of his body targeted over and over again. The referee had no choice but to get the physician to take a look at him.
All right, the official decision is in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Belal. Remember the name, Muhammad.
All right, so a lot of people like the challenge.